The arena pulses with electricity. A sea of faces illuminated by flashing lights as the crowd roars in anticipation. Las Vegas, November 30th, 2019. The stage is set for a clash that has the boxing world buzzing. Oscar Valdez, Mexico's pride, a former featherweight champion with a warrior's heart, steps into the ring, his eyes locked on victory. Across from him, Adam Lopez, the gritty American underdog, radiates defiance, his fists clenched, ready to prove he belongs among the elite. Their first fight was a brutal war, a back-and-forth slugfest that left fans clamoring for more. Now, in this rematch, it's not just about skill, it's personal. The air crackles with tension as the announcer's voice booms, introducing the fighters. Valdez raises his gloves to the crowd, his expression calm but fierce, while Lopez paces like a caged lion, his stare cutting through the noise. The bell rings, and the battle begins. Round one explodes into action. Valdez stalks forward, his jab snapping out like a whip, testing Lopez's defenses. The Mexican's footwork is precise, his movements fluid, every step calculated to close the distance. Lopez, undeterred, fires back with a quick combination, his left hook grazing Valdez's chin. The crowd erupts, sensing the intensity. Valdez circles, his eyes never leaving his opponent, probing for weaknesses. Lopez, lighter on his feet, dances away, throwing sharp counters to keep Valdez honest. A sudden right hand from Valdez lands flush on Lopez's cheek, but the American absorbs it, responding with a flurry of punches that force Valdez to cover up. The opening round sets the tone. This is no chess match, it's a firefight. Both men return to their corners, breathing heavily, their cornermen shouting instructions over the roar of the crowd. As the second round begins, Valdez shifts gears. His punches carry venom, each one thrown with bad intentions. A vicious body shot thuds into Lopez's midsection, drawing a grimace. But Lopez bites down on his mouthpiece and fires back, his own hooks whizzing through the air. The fighters trade blows in the center of the ring, neither willing to give an inch. Valdez's power is evident, his fists hammering Lopez's guard. But the American's resilience shines through. He slips a jab and lands a crisp uppercut, snapping Valdez's head back. The crowd gasps, then cheers, feeding off the raw energy of the exchange. Valdez shakes it off, his eyes narrowing as he presses forward, his combinations growing sharper. Lopez, though, is relentless, his heart refusing to let him back down. The round ends with both men toe-to-toe, trading punches as the bell rings, their faces etched with determination. The third round sees Valdez take control. He's found his rhythm, his punches flowing like a river. A stinging left hook catches Lopez on the jaw, followed by a right to the body that forces Lopez to retreat. The Mexican senses weakness, his attacks relentless, each punch a statement of intent. Lopez, however, is no stranger to adversity. He plants his feet and fires back, a three-punch combination that momentarily halts Valdez's advance. The crowd is on its feet, the noise deafening as the fighters collide again and again. Valdez's power is starting to tell, his shots landing with sickening thuds, but Lopez's spirit refuses to break. He ducks under a hook and counters with a right hand that catches Valdez off guard. The round ends with both men staring each other down, sweat dripping, chests heaving, the war far from over. By the fourth round, the pace is unrelenting. Valdez, with his championship pedigree, begins to assert dominance. His jab is a piston, snapping Lopez's head back repeatedly. A brutal overhand right lands, rocking Lopez, whose legs wobble for a split second. The crowd senses blood, urging Valdez to finish the job. But Lopez, ever the warrior, fights back with ferocity. He lands a combination of his own, a left-right that forces Valdez to reset. The American's heart is his greatest weapon, his punches fueled by sheer will. Valdez, though, is a predator, his eyes locked on his prey. He stalks Lopez, cutting off the ring, his punches growing heavier with each exchange. Lopez refuses to wilt, answering every blow with one of his own, but the tide is turning. The round closes with Valdez landing a crushing body shot, Lopez grimacing as he heads to his corner. The fifth round is a turning point. Valdez comes out like a man possessed, his fists a blur. A thunderous right hand connects with Lopez's temple, sending a ripple through the crowd. Lopez stumbles, but stays upright, his eyes glassy but defiant. Valdez smells blood, unleashing a barrage of punches lefts, rights, hooks to the body and head. Lopez fights back desperately, his punches, wild but determined, landing a counter that briefly slows Valdez's onslaught. The Mexican, however, is relentless, his combinations surgical, each punch chipping away at Lopez's resolve. The crowd is in a frenzy, the arena shaking with their cheers. Lopez, battered but unbowed, manages to survive the round, his corner frantically working to revive him as the bell rings. As the sixth round begins, the wear and tear is evident. Lopez's face is swollen, his movements slower, but his spirit remains unbroken. Valdez, sensing the end is near, presses his advantage. His jab is a weapon, setting up devastating hooks that land with sickening force. Lopez, digging deep, fires back with a flurry, catching Valdez with a surprise uppercut that draws a roar from the crowd. For a moment, it seems Lopez might turn the tide, but Valdez's experience shines through. He weathers the storm, countering with a vicious combination that sends Lopez reeling. The round is a brutal display of heart and skill, both men pushing beyond their limits. As the bell sounds, the fighters exchange a glance of mutual acknowledgement of the war they're waging. The seventh round is where it all comes to a head. Valdez, his confidence surging, comes out swinging. A crushing left hook lands flush on Lopez's jaw. His legs buckling under the impact, the crowd leaps to its feet, sensing the end. Valdez pounces, his fists a whirlwind of destruction. A right hand follows, then another hook, each punch heavier than the last. Lopez, fighting on instinct, tries to cover up, but Valdez is relentless. A final, devastating left hook catches Lopez clean, sending him crashing to the canvas. The referee steps in, waving his arms as the arena explodes in cheers. Valdez raises his gloves in triumph, sweat pouring from his brow, his chest heaving with exertion. Lopez, battered but proud, rises slowly, his head held high despite the defeat. The aftermath is a moment of respect. Valdez crosses the ring, embracing Lopez, the two warriors sharing a nod that speaks volumes. The crowd, still buzzing, chants Valdez's name, but Lopez earns their respect with his heart and tenacity. Replays flash across the screen, slowing down the knockout punch, a perfect arc of power that sealed Valdez's victory. The announcer's voice cuts through the noise, confirming the result. Oscar Valdez defeats Adam Lopez via technical knockout. In the seventh round, the screen lingers on Valdez's raised fist, his face a mix of exhaustion and triumph, while Lopez, in the background, wipes blood from his lip, his eyes already looking toward the knockout punch, a perfect arc of power that sealed Valdez's victory. The announcer's voice cuts through the noise, confirming the result. Oscar Valdez defeats Adam Lopez via technical knockout. In the seventh round, the screen lingers on Valdez's raised fist, his face a mix of exhaustion and triumph, while Lopez, in the background, wipes blood from his lip, his eyes already looking toward the future. The highlight reel closes with a montage of the fight's defining moments. Valdez's jab snapping out, Lopez's defiant counters, the body shots that echoed through the arena, and the final, crushing hook that ended it all. The music swells, a dramatic crescendo that captures the heart of the sport to men, leaving everything in the ring, their stories forever intertwined. Text fades in. Oscar Valdez versus Adam Lopez 2. A battle for the ages. The screen darkens, the crowd's cheers echoing as the music fades, leaving only the memory of a fight that lived up to its promise. Valdez proved his dominance, but Lopez showed the world what courage looks like. This was boxing at its purest, a testament to the heart and soul of the sweet science.